What's up, guys? It's Tomas here. We're back. So we've got another quick project to do. We've had a bit of a boost leak in the car, and I was able to triangulate it to the idle air control valve, which I fixed before the camera got in. And the secondary problem was this stupid little gasket right here. This is the gasket that connects the intake elbow that comes from the turbocharger to the actual throttle body for the engine itself. And this thing is ancient. So it wasn't seated correctly, so there's a little bit of an air gap, and so the high pressure air coming from the turbocharger was just whistling out, causing some driving issues. So we fixed the idle air control valve that was dirty, so we cleaned the connector there so it stopped stalling under idle, and now we're just going to pop this new replacement on, and hopefully that'll fix it. So the thing in question that we're looking at here is the gasket. It goes right here in between this intake elbow and the throttle body. So first we got to take this intake elbow off, and then we can pop the gasket off, clean it up a bit, mount the new one. We should be good to go. Alright, first things first, so we can get this one off. I'm just going to leave these top ones on here a little bit, just so that they don't let it fall off. Now to reach the bottom ones, we're going to use, these are all 10 mils, we're going to use our 10 mil deep socket with another extension. And that's just so that we can reach these pesky bolts underneath. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to disconnect this little elbow right here. So we'll come in here with some pliers gently and just grab it, squeeze it nice, move it out of the way. Alright, that's off. So now we've loosened and removed the bottom two. We've loosened these top two as well. So we can just take these off by hand. Be careful not to drop them. It'll be a pain to recover them if you do, obviously. Number 3 is off. 3. As you can see here, this is the gasket that was causing problems for us. We're just going to peel that guy off. I'm going to clean it up real quick, and then we should be good to install the new one. You can see these bits of gasket maker that have stayed stuck on. Not a big deal. So fingernail here just to clean that up a bit more. Cool, should do it. We're going to be attaching this with some 3M black super weather strip, and you don't need a lot of this stuff, but you also got to be a little careful, just because this stuff is absurdly sticky. And we don't want to get it inside the throttle body. So I'm just using my finger as a backstop for it here so that it doesn't go where it shouldn't. And if you get a little bit on the outside, that's okay. Just make sure you're pulling it away so you don't get any inside the throttle body itself. And you don't need a lot, honestly. You just want a little bit just to help it bind in place so this new gasket doesn't flop around. And then here's our new gasket. Now, like I said, we don't have a ton of time here, so we're just gonna move kind of quickly here, pressing this in. Just like that. Sweet, that's in. Cleaned tube here. These are the 2 holes in the bottom that I was showing you before. Now you got to remember that goes outside of this tube. So first we're just going to seat this elbow back here on the pipe. We're going to move the rail out of the way beneath it, and now we're just going to gently guide this back in like that. Now once this elbow's on, we're then going to, you can't see this at all on camera or otherwise, but we're just going to seat that rail back on the bottom, just like that. Now while everybody's where they should be, I'm just gonna put a few of these threads on here just to hold it in place on the top. All right. Cool. Top is on. Check the bottom. Now to put these back on, the easiest way to do it, instead of trying to thread it by hand and risk losing it, is you're just gonna seat it in the socket, but without the wrench attached, and we're just gonna kind of guide it in by hand. And I like to do that here, just to get it started real gently. And once those are on pretty much the whole way, now we can go back and torque it down. Yeah, those are all good. Sweet. So then, now we reconnect this vacuum hose. Get that on there. I'm just gonna push sideways so you can see a little better. Boom. And don't forget the spring clamp, or else you're gonna have problems. Cool. So that's on. These are on. So the last thing to do is to tighten down this guy. So it's pretty easy. Well, test drive is a success. The car is driving a lot better now. The turbocharger is picking up a lot faster. The whistling noise that was driving me crazy is gone now, so that was a fantastic little project. It's just so nice to drive this car again and have that personality really come back, you know?